And on the stream, here we go. Viper and DauT versus Heartt and Liereyy for game number 2 in the return of the Kings 2v2 tournament. We're still in round 1, and Heartt and Liereyy, they've got all the work to do right here, as they're going to have to win this game if they want to tie it up and go for the win. DauT and Viper, 1 win away from advancing into round 2 now, as we go on to Nomad, and I'm joined once again by BBQTurkman.
Yet again, I know I keep saying it every game, but I'm just so pleased to be here in a tournament like this, surrounded by so many good people. Thanks everyone for tuning into the stream as well. Remember to hit that subscribe button because it all does go back into the Age community as well. So let us know where you're at. Feel free to leave comments, things like that. So definitely get behind it as best you can because it just means we're going to be producing so much more content over the way. Without any ado though, playing in the blue, we have the man himself, the Viper, Tyrant's man of the hour really after last game. That said, DauT going to be playing in the red as well as the Chinese, playing a super strong game in the last one. I would think Viper and DauT pretty much neck and neck, and I made a mistake with that one. Sorry, DauT is playing in the yellow.
Yeah, that's right. DauT's the yellow, Viper in the blue. What's that about? Viper's color is yellow. He's donated his favorite color to DauT here. Wow, okay. Didn't expect that. Anyway, now Nomad being the map, I love Nomad because you just end up with some crazy start positions sometimes. Sometimes you get a little bit lucky. Sometimes you can get very unlucky. But start positions are really, really important. Now, I kind of want to use a little bit more point of view, fog of war kind of thing in this game because I think it's interesting to see the scouting at the start, for example, and how that comes down. But first of all, Heartt is going to be playing in the red. He's off to the kind of north of the map here, actually, and he's playing as the Malians. His teammate, Liereyy, he is over to the west of the map, and he is in the green as the Malay. Now, one thing I've noticed straight away here is the positioning. Heartt and Liereyy are quite far apart. Heartt up to the north, Liereyy to the west. Well, who else is to the west? Viper and DauT within spitting distance of Lierey's TC here. A little bit of a scary position for Liereyy to start in, and I'm a little concerned for him with that positioning. However, it's all going to come down to how good the start is. If Liereyy can get a great early upgrade, then he could definitely secure himself in this position. He's got 2 boar close to his TC, whereas Viper doesn't have any boar over here. He has, however, just got a few deer to the south here. TC locations, what are you thinking, Turk?
What am I thinking? As far as it goes, I definitely going to thinking we're going to be seeing some gank squad on here at the moment. I'm very much expecting Viper and DauT to gang up on Liereyy, knock him out of the game pretty early at the moment, just because it's going to be a 2v1 situation if it does go down like we're thinking. And if that's the case, Viper and DauT are just such strong players. You can't go 2v1 against them. And if Liereyy does, I will definitely doff my hat to him in all kind of retrospect there. But at the same time, it's just such a hard challenge to go up against straight away. So I'm definitely thinking we're going to be seeing that gank go down a little bit from there as well. Heartt, though, if he can be left alone long enough, and if Viper and DauT do actually overcommit, and if Heartt can get up into Castle Age nice and early, get some strong units out, he's going to be in a good situation to actually do some damage.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Heartt's a little further away from the action. He's got 3 boar close to his town center. He's fishing the shorefish. He's got his dock up already, starting to take the fish over there as well. If Heartt can, like you say, get to the Castle Age in a good time, support his teammate with some Castle Age units, that could actually be very strong as well. And yeah, I mean, we'll be watching that closely, but maybe DauT and Viper will be interested in some feudal aggression versus Liereyy. Maybe we'll see some towers coming down to just prevent him from gathering resources. But other than these 2 boar, I'm concerned because Liereyy doesn't really have many sheep. He doesn't... Okay, he actually has got another boar coming in from this far right side. I didn't see that. So he's going to have 3 boar. But even still, the berries are going to be vipers over on the left side. He doesn't have really safe access to gold. This gold on the right side is his closest, but that could very easily be, harassed by DauT, for example, in the feudal age with some towers or whatever. And certainly in the castle age, it's going to be hard to defend this kind of map as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know who does have sheep, though, looking at the map? Viper has sheep patrol out the wazoo at the moment. They are everywhere.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's really getting a lot of early scouting done. And on Nomad, it is so important to get that early scouting where possible. Getting your villagers out there, your starting villager to scout around. You see him building houses as he goes as well. And that means she's keeping busy. She's being useful. She's adding some value to the economy. But at the same time, she's finding sheep. And those sheep can, I don't know, telepathically tell Viper what they see, allowing him to get some good vision of the map. I like it.
Oh, it's fantastic. Nothing like some telepathic sheep to start the game off right.
Exactly. He's going to find some more as well. It's great. And of course, in Viper's position, without having any boar here, he's going to need those sheep because that's going to supplement his food income quite nicely when they make it back over. For now, though, Viper's taking the deer. And he's got a lot of villagers on wood. Why has he got a lot of villagers on wood? Well, of course, he's got a dock on the opposite side of the map. And he's going to be fishing away there to his heart's content.
That might even turn into a really strong dock late in game, because I'm expecting Hart and Liereyy to definitely try and take control of this left side over here, especially down towards the bottom corner. But if they don't know Viper's dock's there and he can actually come through with some war galleys or just galleys later on in Feudal when they're not expecting it, that's going to be a super strong move.
Yeah, getting some water out. I mean, this is one of those maps as well where, like, the focus is really on the land because it's the majority of the map is land and you can get shut down if you're not careful. But you always have to keep in mind, well, there's quite a lot of fish out here. And if you can shut that down as well, then all the more power to you. Now, Hart, at the moment, he is off to a fantastic start, really. He's got so many fish out. Look at this. There's, what, 7, 8 fish there? Compared to Viper, who's got 4, that's a pretty big difference. Not only that, but Hart has a lot of food, as we've said already, with the 3 boar underneath his TC, a decent number of sheep as well. He's off to a brilliant start. Like, this is exactly what Hart needs in this game to support his teammate when Liereyy, I assume, will get... or go up against the early aggression of DauT and Viper, but we might be wrong on that. We're assuming Viper and DauT are going to be getting aggressive. Let's see.
Yeah, all we can really do is wait it out the stage, make some assumptions from there. We can see, though, DauT has started taking gold, so we could either be going for 2 things there, getting a couple of galleries out, going for some archery ranges, things like that, or actually looking for a fast castle time. Definitely some options there for him. Viper at the moment as well, just on the wood and food at the moment, so hasn't made the transition into gold. Looks like we are seeing a little bit of villager war towards the top of the map there, and Viper actually trying to wall Liereyy in by the looks of things.
Yeah, what's interesting is that Viper actually does know that Lierey's there. I was going to say, I thought he didn't know he was there, but Liereyy started chopping this tree line at the front of his base, giving away his position. A little bit of a villager fight, yeah. Viper having to go back. Liereyy also having to go back, and more villagers coming in. So neither player really wants to give away control of this left side, and neither player wants to be completely walled in or out, I guess. So yeah, a little bit of engagement, but not a huge amount coming of it.
Little note to make as well, Lierey's actually the first one up in a feudal age at the moment, so if he does want to put down an aggressive tower or something like that, he absolutely can. We've got Hart up as well at the moment, so we can see they are taking a little bit of an early advantage here, basically meaning that in the end of the day, DauT and Viper are going to have a little bit better eco, but they are going to be behind in terms of tech, especially if they start looking at getting aggressive right now. That said, though, I don't think we've seen a barracks down for Liereyy yet. Looks like he could be more looking towards, yes, he does have some galleys out on the field.
Yeah, taking advantage of his 80% faster upgrade to get the first galleys out, deny the fishing from DauT. That's going to at least try and, well, cripple or slow down DauT here. But I think DauT's going to be able to pull off a fast castle anyway. Just look at his economy here. He's nearly got the 800 food he needs. He's got vills on berries. He's just finishing up his sheep. I think he's going to have no problem with the fast castle. I think the player who's really going to have the pressure in this game and who we want to keep our eyes on is going to be Hart, that's for sure. Hart, though, not going for a fast castle here, and I don't know if that's a mistake because I feel like he needs to go and support his ally in the castle age. Hart, quite away from the castle age, he himself adding fire galleys here just to try and get complete water control. It's not a bad choice, but I feel like maybe the land might be the center of attention as Viper and DauT go up to the next ages here.
Oh, absolutely. Just looking at the edging on the map, you can see that it's not like the last game we saw, where a lot of the actual map itself could be reached by the galleys. They could get in there and start doing some damage. A map like this, where it is predominantly just land in general, you can see they can sneak in around sides, especially if they get water control. They can actually move into this little, I guess, side port here against Viper and DauT and actually do some damage eco-wise in there. But at the end of the day, as soon as they start spreading into the center where all the gold is, where all the lumber actually is, that's when they're going to be at a disadvantage, because at that point, having the water control, it's going to give you that food advantage just from having the fish there. But apart from that, you're going to be feeling pretty stagnant on all the resource you've drained into it.
Yeah, one of the things I've just noticed actually, this is kind of a big deal. Heart, where is his gold? Heart doesn't have any gold. That's a big problem. Where is he gathering gold from right now? Oh, here we go. All the way over on that left-hand side, miles away from his TC. Very exposed position. For now, it's completely safe, but as the game goes on, that could be a problem. Heart, of course, does get the upgrades on the gold miners for free. That's nice, but yeah, the gold's pretty far away. I'd say the map right now looks like Viper and DauT are going to have a better access to the resources. But yeah, for now, water control going the way of Heart and Liereyy. They've taken the score lead as well, and I do like that from them. I like that they're going for the water here. They're going to deny the fish, but they've got to be very careful not to lose that once Viper and DauT hit the castle edge themselves. Because DauT hits halfway up to castle now, and you can bet maybe he's looking for some fire ships once he gets up. But more importantly, I think we're going to see something on the land from him. I'm waiting to see some kind of like a stable, or maybe he's just going to go for a second DC and boom a little bit if he's not under any pressure.
Both completely viable options. Right now, though, really impressed with Heart. He's actually scouted around the back of the map there. He's found Viper's dock, essentially, taken out most of the fishing ships as well, so he's helped to cripple the economy there. If Viper wasn't expecting that one, he's actually going to have to transition some villages, essentially, onto food to actually keep up his villager production. He has got quite a few villages there on the berries, actually.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Viper right now, actually, though. He's got a lot of stone coming in. With that stone mine being right next to his TC, we know what his game plan is. As soon as he hits the castle age, we're going to see a castle coming up right here, I think, in front of the blacksmith from Viper. That's going to be right onto Lierey's wood line. It's going to allow him to go straight into Lierey's base and apply that pressure. Now, Liereyy, I feel like he could be making more of his galleys right now. He could be hitting this stone mine from the water and denying that. But Liereyy hasn't used his galleys here to harass Viper's economy. In fact, if we look at his point of view, he hasn't even seen the stone here because he's not gone close enough to the shoreline. If only he knew what Liereyy would be able to do from this water would completely change the kind of the landscape of this game, I feel. So right now...
Oh, absolutely. If he was, denying that stone there next to the TC, Viper's strategy here just wouldn't go ahead, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's huge, and it's a big missed opportunity. He is coming in on the land, though, and DauT's getting hit right now. A couple of vills going down quite easily. DauT in the castle age, and he is just going to go straight up with the two new TCs. So no knights, nothing like that from DauT at the moment. And I guess one player has to boom, right?
Exactly. One player has to be there at the end of the game, so if someone does get rolled, they can actually push forward. But you're exactly right with your call there for the castle. Viper going down just in front of the blacksmith there. Going to be able to push through those stone walls very easily, especially being feudal age stone walls, which, if you don't know, because you're not new to the expansion, or well, you are new to the expansions, they've actually only got 900 HP each while you're in feudal age. Upgrading eventually doubles them once you get to castle age, but the thing is, they are still very easy to get through.
Yeah, even when they've got 1,800, a castle can quite easily break through those walls. So Liereyy not going to find much defense there in those walls. Kind of a scary time for him right now because Viper is the Mayans. And that means that we're going to see plumed archers coming out, and we all know how easy and cheap and just, straightforward making plumed archers is. Liereyy is going to be really up against it here. He's got to get himself into the castle age somehow. Right now, he's a very long way away, and he's about to lose a lot of eco at this rate. Heart just reaching the castle age himself. Heart now under so much pressure. He's got to prevent his ally from dying while simultaneously doing some damage to DauT, who's trying to boom up, because Heart in this position cannot afford to go up to like 3 TCs straight away, I feel. He has to be aggressive.
Oh, absolutely. And we can see that straight away in the middle of the map at the moment. Dropping the Siege Workshop, dropping the Monastery, really going to get in there and get aggressive. And I think the thing is we're seeing the Siege Workshop instead of a stable or anything like that. It means he's really going to be putting the pressure on. He's going to be using those mangonels to try and get in against the TCs, do the damage where he can, and hopefully do some permanent crippling damage.
Yeah, it's just going to be a little tough. I mean, Viper, of course, going to be with the plumed archers here to defend DauT, but at least the the Mangonel is going to be able to hopefully deal with some plumed archers. Lierey's archers, though, definitely not going to be dealing with them. They might do a little bit of damage, a little bit of chip damage, but Lierey will lose those archers eventually. Although they are doing a great job of avoiding the arrow fire from Viper so far. Unbelievable. Are they just gonna walk away from that? Okay, yeah, why not?
Well, may as well. If he's lucky as well, he's actually going to be able to lure him into the Mangonel. And if he can lure him in and get him right where he's going to, oh, just missed that one. That would have been phenomenal play.
Yeah, that was pretty close, actually. Viper nearly took a big hit. And that might have even allowed him to push forward a little more. But yeah, for now, Heartt, as we said, getting aggressive with the Mangonels and the Monks, that's exactly what needs to happen. And yeah, just to clarify the rules about slinging, it has been changed. You are allowed to sling in the Castle Age now. But the change to the slinging rule is that the coinage and banking technologies have both been moved to the Imperial Age. And they, yeah, that's it. I think they cost more as well. So, yeah, it's basically been nerfed, not completely banned out. As was the original rules, the settings have been changed slightly, just to make slinging still an option, but definitely nerfed to the point where it really has to be a serious consideration.
No, I think it's a really good decision there as well, because it's made a lot of strategies more viable now that you do have the option there. Probably the only thing I'm really worried about at the moment is Heartt getting a lot of monks out on the field. Plumed archers can clean those monks up very easily.
Yeah, exactly, and they get in there, take them out, and get out again. And they're quite, it's quite easy to avoid the Mangonels with the plumed archers because they move very quickly as well. And of course, we're talking about the Viper, who has great micro. So far, though, I mean, the plumes haven't gone in yet into Lierey's base. Viper hasn't actually taken down the stone wall. He's not even taken down any of the houses or anything. So I'm surprised. As Liereyy hits the Castle Age, thanks to some resources sent over from Heartt, this is really good for Liereyy. He's actually in a position where he can upgrade to crossbow and start to kind of pull this one back. But Viper, with his plumed archers now, doing great damage. Of course, Heartt looking for some conversions, but it's difficult. He doesn't manage to get any.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mangonels out in the field for Heartt now as well, so we are going to see some very careful play by the Viper here. Because seeing so many Mangonels can basically end it, but look at the defensive castle there from Viper. Really smart play.
Yeah, but I mean, what's it defending? It's not defending the TC. The TC is still going down. What's the castle? What is it defending? I actually don't know. So I think DauT actually might lose his TC here. And meanwhile, from the water, you've got Liereyy with the galleys doing a little bit of damage there as well. As the TC drops, and oh no, Heartt running into the castle will lose one of his Mangonels. I thought that was going to be a lot worse though. Ooh. Dangerous game.
Yeah, at least he's got something up defensive in the area, though, so we'll be able to keep the Monastery up. We'll be able to keep the Smith up, mostly anyway. So he's going to be able to at least try and hold this section down, so he's not going to be able to push directly in. That said, though, even looking at this gap in the middle here, we can actually see between DauT and Viper's base. If Heartt wanted to, he could absolutely push up this little area here and actually get onto Viper's TC. But at the same time, he's going to have to be very careful those plumed archers don't just come in and just get him from behind.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, 3 Mangonels, it's difficult to out-micro that, but we already saw one going down to the Plume Archers just because it was kind of out of position. It wasn't with the others. But I like the team play here from Heartt and Liereyy. They're working together. They're keeping their armies together. And, yeah, Viper kind of on his own defending DauT. DauT's got a few monks and, some nice Mangonel shots as well.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of plumed archers going down there. Got to be very careful with that one. Did lose... Oh, looks like he might be losing the second Mangonel there to the castle as well. Ouch.
Yeah, that's kind of bad when the Mangonel gets converted. Uh-oh. Heartt has no Mangonels left.
Not what we want to see.
was a very expensive loss, wasn't it? And a free Mangonel for DauT as well. Mangonel is one of the best defensive units in the Castle Age. So yeah, kind of scary stuff for the players at the moment. Just checking the point of views because people are asking about cartography. Yes, they have done cartography. Cartography is free, of course, for well, in the expansions once you have a market. So good defense so far. Free Mangonel for DauT, but that's not going to stop Liereyy. He's still raiding. Find a few villagers on the far east TC of DauT and going to try and get out of there. But certainly not too bad. Keeping Viper preoccupied as well. I'm still not feeling too strong or too good about Heartt and Lierey's position. They've got a long way to go still, and it's only just begun.
Oh, absolutely. They have a mountain to climb at the moment, and sadly, the Mountains are Tyrant Boys. They're just such a strong team overall. As 1v1 players individually, absolutely fantastic. When you put them together in a team game, they're quite good. Probably, I would say the only thing I've seen let themselves down about is just their team play in general, because they both play extremely strong 1v1. But if they don't see the entire match as a whole, that's when they seem to fall into trouble.
So, at the moment, we've got Viper now satisfied. He's done his part. He's defended DauT for the time being. He's actually now going to go and push out. Now, this is the key for me. DauT booming up on 3 TCs. He did lose 1, but he didn't lose too many villagers. So he's got a really big, strong boom going at the moment. Heartt, on the other hand, he's just on 2 town centers right now. And there's Viper coming in with his plumed archers, looking to find some eco damage against him. Heartt has to be very careful not to take too many losses here. And at the same time, as we said, he's kind of under a lot of pressure to actually do the damage while he still can. He's going to click up to Imp any second now. And he's going to try and pressure this castle down, I think, by putting his castle on the hill here. And maybe we'll see him taking the gold as well. But yeah, Heartt really has to do the damage. And with that Imperial Age coming in, I think he could start to see some progress there. Still, it's a little scary because even with the castle in the forward position, they don't really have any army to support it.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Viper's the one out on the map at the moment doing the actual damage. He's got the units there. He can definitely, if he gets into the eco for Heartt at the moment, Heartt's going to have nothing to push him back with. And that's going to be the issue that he's going to see. Overall, we can see a couple of crossbows from Liereyy, but again, it's just not the numbers they need to go up against Viper. The push at the front here is all well and good, but at the end of the day, unless he has the units to push in with and actually do the damage, they're just in a bad spot because really they need to be killing off the villagers quicker than DauT and Viper are making it. Otherwise, Viper and DauT are slowly just getting further and further ahead. Looking at the scores, we can see Lierey's a little bit up on DauT, but at the same time, DauT's just had such a good time to actually eco up and get his game on that it's just going to be such a strong player. The longer this goes at the moment, the better position Viper and DauT are going to be in.
Yeah, I think so. DauT is also on the way up to the Imperial Age himself, so it's going to get hotting up. Well, it's going to be hotting up very, very soon. DauT with a castle here. There's so many defensive castles, actually, from Viper and DauT. I feel like Heartt and Liereyy definitely bringing the fight to them. And we're seeing a bit of raiding on villages all over the place. Liereyy getting some at Viper's TC, Viper getting some over at the gold pile here as well. But as we were saying before, I feel like, okay, Heartt will reach Imp first. He might make a treb and start bringing down this castle, but doesn't have that many supporting units aside from these monks, which aren't too great against these plumed archers as we've seen already. So, wow, what is that TC from Heartt? That's so random. It's like, what? That's such a strange place to put a town center. Right next to the castle.
Unless he doesn't... He doesn't need the berries. That's the only thing I can think of. Is that unless it's the closest he can get to that gold pile, that's exactly what I'm thinking is right now, trying to at least secure that gold somehow.
Yeah, but there's so many other places he could have gone. I mean, he could have gone to the right here, where Lierey's axing right now, to get some gold. But no, he's just going to put his TC up next to this castle. He didn't know the castle was there, but he does now. And he's not going to be too happy about that, I feel. Kind of a weird place, though. It's so far away from home. I guess, yeah, you're right. He just wants the gold, but it's still funny.
Oh, yeah, definitely, especially over in this big, like, top corner of the map over here. He's got 2 gold piles right there he could have picked from. Probably... No, he's scouted them as well. He knows they're there.
Yeah. He knows. it's just a funny one. He can have that if he wants it. It's all good. So yeah. Anyway, so Imperial Age for both DauT and Heartt right now. Heartt though, is he making that treb? Yes, he is. He's got a couple queued up. DauT on the other hand, also queuing up trebs. But DauT only has 1 castle. How many castles does Heartt have? I thought he had 2. He's only got 1. Okay, so it's going to be fairly even for the time being. You know why I thought he had 2? It's because I thought this TC was going to be a castle. Because of the positioning of it, I thought that might be a castle. Ended up being a TC. So he's actually only got 1 castle overall in the end. However, I don't think there's going to be much defense for Viper's castle here. That should end up going down. And, yeah, I mean, Heartt and Liereyy, they've still got a chance here. But that's a lot of plumed archers from the Viper. It's going to be scary to deal with them.
Yeah, it's just such a number of archers there at the moment. It's going to be a huge one to really take out. You either need to get some absolutely ripping mangonel shots in there and really just take him out. Because the thing is as well, like we were saying, they've got such high HP, they've got such quick speed. They can just dash in and out and they don't care. They can get in, do the raiding, get out, and not take any really substantial losses on them. Double trebuchet though out from DauT, so he's going to be doing some serious damage to that TC. And then the castle's probably going to be your next target.
Yeah, I feel like he could have made the TC back here, where Liereyy is actually building the mining camp right now. And, you know, it's still pretty close to the front line. He still had the villagers close. He would have been able to gather the gold there, I feel. Or even over on the right-hand side. Oh, wow. Nice from Heartt there with his mangonels. He gets 2 mangonels of DauT in one little volley. Nicely done.
Oh,
but, yeah, traded right back.
That was fantastic, Micro. And DauT getting the double kill again as well.
Yeah, it's good. Traded right back. And DauT now with some Cavalier, +4 defense. Viper with the plumed archers. And this is what we were saying before. Okay, where's the army? Where's the actual army? Where's the meat here in Heartt and Lierey's army? They've got like a few monks. They've got the onagers. That's great, but there needs to be a bit more than that, I feel. And right now, that onager has a huge amount of potential to do damage, but there's just 1 onager versus all of these Cavalier, all these plumed archers. The pressure is on. Viper's going to get out the way as well, avoiding the onager shot. And down goes the onager as it gets converted by DauT.
Oh, no. No, and gets some monk kills there. Oh, man, this is turning into a hard one. Just DauT and Viper have played this one out so well at the moment. And, oh, a big hit there from the onager.
Yeah, it was pretty big. Took quite a bit of damage, but didn't kill that many units. That's the nice thing about the plumed archers. They have got a really high health pool, and if that onager doesn't hit them directly, it won't take them out. So, DauT coming in now with the Cavalier. A couple of conversions coming in, but the Cavalier should be able to take down the onager. That's the plan. They will get it, and they'll storm the base of the castle as well, with more Cavalier coming in from DauT. It's a great unit choice for him, actually. Obviously, you know, the Chinese, they don't have Paladin, but +4 defense on Cavalier is certainly very good, and it's a great support unit for these plumed archers.
Viper's micro in this game thus far has just been nothing short of fantastic. All the just dodges he's had in there, just phenomenal gameplay. The amount of trebuchets out for DauT as well. These castles just don't stand a chance. There's not really much that can be done here. Look at the Cavalier just all over the map right now, taking out the units wherever they can. Just, oh, this is not looking good.
Yeah, it's really rough. Another really nice mangonel shot, actually, onto the Viper's plumed archers there, but with Viper now being Imperial, these guys just went elite, and that means that they have another 15 HP in their health pool as well, making it that much easier to tank an onager shot. And now DauT Viper cleaning up that forward from Heartt, and these guys are just going to have to fall back very quickly. Look at these defensive gates from Liereyy here, just to make sure that Viper doesn't come storming through. They've got nothing really back here. We've got archery ranges up from Liereyy. He's going to be trying to make some arbalest, it looks like. Yeah, that's arbalest. But Heartt really doesn't have any military here, and I'm not sure if he's too sure what to do next. I feel like as the Malians, he could be going into infantry using the... Yeah, he's going pikes, look, to use the extra defense that he gets for free, the Pierce armor that is. That would actually be a genuinely good unit choice in this kind of situation where you've got a lot of cavalry, but you've also got archers as well. Those Malian pikemen can have up to like +7 Pierce armor, I think, which is really powerful.
This is just fantastic play at the moment. Viper and DauT have just played such a good team game together at the moment, and it's really showing in the way it's going across. There's really not much we can actually see happening here. Overall, Liereyy and Heartt really just try and delay this one as much as possible at the moment. It is a team game, so there's always the chance they can build up behind this, get some units out there. But really, looking at just Pikes at the moment, unupgraded, they've got the +3 armor on them. But at the end of the day, with Viper's unit composition just behind these Cav, it's just going to make it so hard to push into. And DauT, just with the amount of Trebs he's got out at the moment, just absolutely storming through castles at the moment.
Yeah, the castle's dropping down really quick, actually, and now Viper's made it through Lierey's gate as well, so he's going to be coming in through, and that's it, GG. Liereyy+Hearttt calling it right there. I think they put up a good fight. One thing that I think we kind of didn't mention too much was the fishing for Heartt. I've noticed he's got a lot of fish, and that obviously sustained him quite well in the Castle Age, helping him to get to Imperial as well. But there was just no real substance here in this aggression on the front. Monks and Mangonels, they work great in the Castle Age, but once your opponents start throwing Cavalier and Plumed Archers at you, you need a little bit more than just a few Monks and Onagers to really push. It's more of like a defensive play in the Imperial Age, where Monks, okay, they can be used defensively to counter Cavalier. The Onagers can be used defensively to kill the Plumed Archers, but it's very difficult to push with that, I feel. And yeah, these guys just couldn't hold it. Viper and DauT able to push out, gain a lot of momentum, and with that momentum, they just continued pushing through. GG.
Yeah, no, just fantastic play overall. Just DauT and Viper have looked so strong in these games so far, so I don't really know exactly who's going to stop them in this. I really thought Liereyy+Hearttt were going to be pretty much like the dark horse of this tournament. They were going to come through and smash it, but they just ended up against such strong players in the first one there. It's just been fantastic play from Viper and DauT. No one can really take this away from them. Very, very strong.
Yeah, Liereyy+Hearttt definitely were the dark horse in this tournament. I mean, okay, Viper and DauT, they were the first seed. Liereyy+Hearttt were the 8th seed. So it's pretty expected, really, that Liereyy+Hearttt would be, you know, losing this series. They put up a good fight. I mean, they definitely played better in this map than they did on the Migration. I thought they definitely held their own a lot better here. But I think that's just the case anyway, because water maps generally tip the balance quite early. And then once the balance is tipped, it snowballs from there. On a land map, there is a lot more chance, I feel, for comebacks and such. But we're going to throw it across to Nilpford now. And we'll speak to you again after Nilpford has done his analysis of that one. I'm sure he'll give us some more insight. So hopefully you enjoy that. Stick around. Plenty more games coming today, guys.
The Viper and DauT advancing into the semifinals as well here on Nomad with Mayans and Chinese. But before we go into the real analysis, let's take a small moment of silence and feel together with Liereyy, because that felt so bad. Look at that. He had 2 galleys out. The Viper had so much eco there, and he missed it completely. Look at that. There's a gold. At the top is the deer, and he didn't see it. He did try to scout, but missed the deer, missed the gold. Oh boy, that was so unfortunate for him. Okay, then let's jump into the game. Oh, that felt so bad. And today's episode will be the journey of 7 plumed archers. Let's try to look what they did just when Hearttt and Liereyy had such a big advantage when they were pushing, and those plumed archers really slowed Hearttt and Liereyy so much down. Look at that, 1 monk down, 1 mangonel down. At the same time, he's fighting over here, and now he's trying to snag another monk for themselves. And it's time to go for 2 more villagers. 3 more make that. No, it's 3. And now he's going for the big raid. Sorry for the fast forwarding, but we will see. And that's really a moment where Hearttt and Liereyy were pushing heavily. And now look at this. We see Hearttt actually axing, but so many villagers will die here. And Liereyy, it was such a bad timing for him. He was trying to boom, he was trying to get more villagers out. All the crossbows now, small numbers coming in. And the journey of the 7 plumed archers is now down to 4. but more crossbows dying, more villagers dying. The TC is still idle. Look at that. Literally all his villagers in the TC now. At the same time, he's trying to run away here. More villagers going down. The TC is still delayed. Now he's finally raiding hard as well. And at the same time, other plume archers are clearing up all the expos. And from there on, we had Liereyy down to 40 villages, roughly 10 fishing ship, and just so much lost mining time, lost all his crossbows, and Liereyy basically was out of the game. And Heartt at the same time had the push opportunity, but let's take a look how that went for him. 3 Mangonels, very tight choke area, and DauT only did redemption and 3 monks. As a whole defense, nice shots here against the Plumed Archers indeed, but too close to the castle, losing 1 Mangonel, 1 Mangonel down against the Plumed Archers, with the 3rd Mangonel being converted, and that's it. We had full aggression here by Heartt and Liereyy, trying to be very aggressive, push this area, but DauT with a small micro, 3 monks, redemption, castle. You call it a bit defensive, but was zoning out a lot of area, and Heartt and Liereyy lost all their aggression there, and that felt so bad for them. They had such a nice start, but then I think a lack of Mangonels, and I think Heartt should have went for Atonement as well to counter DauT. But beautiful micro by the Viper, nice adjustment by DauT, booming back, going for 3 TC, still no fish boom at all. And yeah, incredible play by the Viper and DauT. Heartt and Liereyy, I feel bad for them. I think they, against probably all the other 6 teams, they look a bit stronger. And seeing them at seed 8, I'm really feeling bad for them. But that's how single elimination works. And we will see more games coming up here. Zach, I need to cry now.